Welcome back to the Awesome Agents podcast. I'm Alex, joined as always by Maya. Today we're talking about a $1 billion bet against the entire AI industry.
Yeah, this one is truly interesting. Yann LeCun just closed a $1.03 billion seed round for his new company, AMI Labs. And the thesis is basically LLMs are wrong.
Let's put that in context first. A $1 billion seed round. That's not a Series A, not a Series B. That's a seed round.
It's the largest seed round a European company has ever closed, pre-money valuation of $3.5 billion, and the company has no product yet.
So who's writing checks this big for a company with nothing shipped?
The list is wild. Bezos Expeditions, NVIDIA, Samsung, Temasek, the Singapore Sovereign Fund, Toyota Ventures. On the individual side, Jeff Bezos, Eric Schmidt, Mark Cuban.
That is not a typical seed round investor table. What do all these people see?
They're buying into LeCun's thesis that the current generation of language models can't solve the hard problems. Robots, wearables, manufacturing, things that require understanding physical reality.
Right, and LeCun has been saying this publicly for years. He called LLMs a statistical illusion. He said breakthroughs won't come from scaling them up.
He said that at Davos back in January. His argument is that you can train a model on every word ever written, and it still won't understand that a glass falls when you drop it.
Because it never saw the glass fall. It only read words about glasses falling.
Exactly. So AMI is building what they call world models, using an architecture LeCun developed at Meta called JEPA, Joint Embedding Predictive Architecture.
Okay, I need you to explain that one. What's JEPA actually doing that a LLM doesn't?
So a LLM predicts the next token in a sequence of text. JEPA instead takes video input and predicts the next abstract representation in that video.
Not the next pixels, but the next state of the world?
Right. It encodes video into embeddings that capture what's happening semantically, then predicts where that situation goes next. It's learning causal structure, not surface patterns.
So it learns that objects fall, that things break, that people move in consistent ways, because it watched those things happen.
In theory, yes. Meta published vJePI A2 just before LeCun left, and they showed zero-shot robot control in new environments, which was truly impressive.
AMI plans to build on that?
They're calling their model AMI Video, targeting robotics, manufacturing, wearable devices. But there's no timeline for a product launch. The first year is pure R&D.
Okay, so who's actually running this company day to day? LeCun is staying at NYU, right?
He's executive chairman. CEO is Alexandre Lebrun, who founded Nabla, a medical AI company. And the rest of the leadership is basically Meta's AI division having a reunion.
Michael Rabbit from Meta Research, Laurent Solly from Meta Europe, Pascal Efung. That is a specific kind of alumni network.
The one exception is the chief science officer, Saining Che, who came from Google DeepMind. But yes, this is a Meta Research spinoff in everything but name.
What about the healthcare angle? The Nabla partnership seemed a little convenient.
It's convenient. Lebrun founded Nabla, now runs AMI, and Nabla gets exclusive early access to AMI's technology. He's also still serving as chief AI scientist at Nabla.
So he's running both companies simultaneously.
That's what the filings say. Nabla operates in 150 health systems, supports 35 languages, does ambient AI note-taking for doctors. The goal is to get to FDA certifiable agentic systems.
What does FDA certifiable even mean in this context?
It means deterministic and auditable. Current LLM-based clinical tools are probabilistic. You don't always know why they output what they output. World models, if they work, could theoretically simulate patient outcomes with traceable reasoning.
That would be genuinely useful. If it works, how realistic is the timeline?
LeCun has talked about 3 to 5 years for fairly universal intelligence systems. That's ambitious. World models have worked in constrained robotics tasks, but nothing near the generality LLMs reached for language.
And the $3.5 billion valuation for a pre-revenue company, does that math make sense to you?
Honestly, it's hard to justify on traditional metrics. But Ineffable Intelligence, David Silver's company, raised $1 billion in February with basically the same pitch. The market is pricing in the possibility that someone cracks this.
So this isn't a one-off. There's a real wave of capital going against the LLM paradigm.
AMI's $1 billion plus Nscale's $2 billion Series C last week. European AI funding is having its most aggressive quarter ever. Paris, in particular, is becoming a real hub.
LeCun is French-American, headquarters in Paris, investors spanning 5 continents. There's something almost symbolic about that.
One of the French investors said AMI could be the first European company to reach the scale of Google or Meta. That's a bold thing to say about a company that hasn't shipped anything.
Fair skepticism noted, but I take the broader point. Someone with LeCun's track record, backed by Nvidia and Bezos, is worth taking seriously even if the timeline is uncertain.
The thing that matters most here is actually not the money. It's that JEPA is a credible technical alternative. It's not vaporware. Meta published the research. The architecture exists.
Right. The question is whether $1 billion and the team that built Meta's AI lab can take it from promising research to something that ships.
And whether the problems LeCun cares about, physical world understanding, robotics, healthcare, turn out to be the ones that matter most in the next decade.
Big open question. AMI Labs, one to watch. Thanks for breaking that down, Maya. We'll link the article in the show notes. See you next time.
See you then.